gets it because he's so inside conscious. And to me, that just speaks to if I'm Max, I'm saying to myself, okay, I tried to throw that ball away, I threw it down the middle and he took it. I got 7, 8 more inches out there I can go after. Like that.
Goes 2-2. Miami right fielder, Garrett Cooper. Marte can fly at the yard. Does not. He's got a huge lead with 2 outs at first base. This week fought off at 6. Max not happy, had too much to play for that one. Putting up a fight. Came over from the Yankees. VENMO also came over from the Yankees. Player development people and a prominent part of the Marlins rebuild. All about Garrett Cooper, and he's got a chance to play to the other day in Miami. He's got a good job down there. This has Cooper in the pitch. Runner at second. Marte goes, and Cooper just got hit. He got hit on the knee or the thigh. Yikes. Another hit batter with 2 strikes. And now the Marlins have the bases loaded, and Fried has to face Duvall.
See, that to me right there, it just speaks to Max being a little out of sync. He never missed with a breaking ball that badly last year. You know, we've seen him do it a couple of times tonight where he just throws some breaking balls that really weren't close to what he was trying to do. And that's just, you know, mechanically you're a little out of sync, whether it's something in your mechanics or your rhythm, something's not quite right, and you keep fighting to try to find it. And you kind of go back and forth between overthrowing a pitch and trying to guide a pitch.
All bases loaded, 2 outs. Line drive down the left field line. That's into the left field corner. That's going to score 2. Garrett Cooper limping around second. He's on his way to third, and he'll hobble in there. Adam Duvall has ripped a 2-run double, and Miami takes the lead again. It is 6-4. Again, all this with 2 outs. He hits Marte on the arm with an 0-2 pitch. Duvall, again, one of the better low ball hitters in the National League. Another one that he can golf in the corner.
See, and then there again, right? There's another example. You throw the one too much, and you hit Cooper in the knee with it. Now you come back and try to throw it where you want to, and the adjustment goes the other way. You throw a little bit of a hanger down the middle. See, and that to me, too, is like where, okay, you've got to recognize, okay, that's not quite there just yet. So you do have a tendency sometimes to go overboard trying to find it, and you have a tendency to abandon it. I think the easier fix sometimes can be just look at that fastball on the outer half of the plate.
Smoked off the glove of Ozzie Albies. That trickles into center field, and 2 more runs will score. So Brian Anderson with a bolt. Marlins get 2 hit batsmen with 2 outs. They've got 3 hits in the inning. They've scored 3 times and now extend the lead. Don't know what the exit velo was on that, but it sounded loud.
There was a lot.
Mostly lots of always hit hard. 3 RBIs Duvall, 3 RBIs for Anderson. Told you this right-hand hitting Marlins lineup has come to play tonight. 8 runs on 9 hits. Fried is not out of the 4th. This ball, the bat controls 97 miles an hour.
Hello. Johnny, Fogman, what's up? Mute the baseball. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. I just got a text from D Crops. Pops in the crypto channel every now and then. Doge is at 10 cents. Oh shit. Doge is at 10 cents. That's awesome. Alright, so welcome to Off the Charts Trading Live. Pretty much I'm gonna go out on a limb, as everybody on here right now knows this is Fitz, knows Off the Charts, knows the server. But if you're finding this at a later date, go ahead and leave a comment. Find us. We are Off the Charts Trading. We are on Discord. Come check out the server. If you want to learn how to trade while getting top-notch alerts, we are the place to be. So, hope everybody is doing fantastic this evening. There's a few things I want to run through. I want to talk about the situation with MO. It was a high-risk alert for me on Monday. And then I also want to run through the new high-risk alerts that I made today. And there was a lot of talk about Tesla and PLTR. And not so much NEO, but I see NEO mentioned a lot. And it pulled on a couple things for me. And then last week, we made like kind of a thrown together scanner. I want to go through and see how everything played out there. I want to talk about Camarilla pivots. And actually, Fogman, I think you said you got that situated, but I do want to show you how to increase the time out on your charts to expand your time axis so that you can see the Camarilla pivots sort itself out. It also gives you a little bit more room on the right side of the chart, which I don't know. It makes it less claustrophobic to me, so you can kind of gauge. Helps out with trend lines, stuff like that. So I'm going to start there actually. So if you've got your chart right here, Fogman, and anybody else that needs help with this, looks like you had your Camarilla set up pretty well. All you got to do is go up here in this little settings, chart settings. Click on that, and I think I made it. Hey, I made it so it'll pull right up. You go right here to the third tab in, time axis, expansion area, and you can increase the amount of bars to the right. I've got it at something obnoxious like 290. I'm like 3 days ahead, 2 days ahead, whatever. You don't need to go that much, but it will increase the amount of space you have on the right side of your chart. I find it really helpful. It's just one of those little things that I think that's like a preference thing, but it is really, really helpful for Camarilla, because as today's action unfolds from open at 6 p.m. Eastern this evening to close at 5 p.m. tomorrow, these levels right here will be sorting themselves out. As you can see, the Camarilla pivots for our action today are really spread out, especially relative to today's Camarilla levels. Our R3 to S3 range is a lot bigger. So a breakout or breakdown is going to take a little bit more than, like, say it would today. We got our breakdown, which got caught by the S5, amazing, almost right to the tick, and then we worked ourselves right back up to almost, yeah, it was a big range day. We played the whole ladder there. But if you look at something like the day before, we didn't even break S3 or R3. We just ranged. So just the difference in the days. I'm going to go out on a limb and say tomorrow we are going to break up. Wishful thinking? I don't know. So, Fogman, if you need any more help on that, just let me know. I'll go back to it. I'm going to dig into MO now, which obviously our action today was less than ideal. I was not Obviously not very pleased with how this played out. Our saving grace is that, yes, even though it's a high risker and it expires on Friday, we do have more. It was called on a Monday, so we have more time. If you cut, you probably made the right call. If you average down, obviously it remains to be seen. I will say, as you can see right here on the chart, it got caught by the 20. That was key. I said early on, like within the first 10 minutes of market, that 51 was extremely important to hold, at least close over. We got both. It never really went. It never went below it, and it closed over it, obviously. So why did I call this? I called this because it hit a scanner that I like, and I liked the setup. I didn't think it was perfect. Maybe my first mistake was I didn't fall in love with it. Awesome, Fogman. Good. I'm glad it worked out. Maybe I should have fallen in love with it first. I don't know. MO has treated us really well on a long alert that I called. I don't know, it was a while ago at this point. Hit 860%. I was feeling confident about it. I really liked the play up to this 61.8 fib. If we take a look at MO on the weekly, I really was just looking for another just small bounce up to this fib line and the 200. It's a weekly 200 average, but I really thought it had enough. And to be honest with you, I think it still does. As you can see here on the CCI on the weekly, it looks like it's going to bounce up off the top. Again, that's me reading into a line and letting me want what I want it to do, but a violent move down through that would probably kill our same weaker. Ultimately, long-term health for MO is based on this middle line. As you can see here, it came down, but I caught it. It kind of ranged for a little while. I'll admit, we don't really have time for that. We got to get to that 52.25 by tomorrow would probably get us in profit. What did it close at? It closed at like 3 or something. I got my average down to 9. I don't know if anyone else did the same thing. Not an ideal play, obviously. Like I said, the only saving grace is that it was called on a Monday, and it does have time. And I hope that the people who, truly couldn't handle the risk got out. I tend not to go super heavy on these. And that's just kind of how I play them. 2.5 to 5% of my account go on these high riskers, and ultimately, overall, I end up on top because, for the most part, they win. Last week's was a little weird because of. Actually, we should probably go over F and BB too, huh? F worked on the day after, and BB gave us a little bit, tiny bit. Gave us a little bit on, I think it was a couple days after. Let's check out F. Yeah, F, we got that big old pop there. That's weekly. Here's my year day. There we go. All right, so that's where we got our F play right there. That gave us, I think we ended up getting like 70%. I called it on the 5th and on the 6th. Then the rest of the week was kind of dreadful. Watch for a F bounce tomorrow. Bouncing off this 50 here. That would be really cool. Or watch for a break and maybe play a put. Johnny says he doesn't average down with the small account challenge. That makes sense. It's a small account challenge, so I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that. Yeah, it's all based on your account. Like, I don't go super heavy, and I leave room, especially if I'm in a Monday call, where if it's something like today where the move down was so violent that in my brain I go, why would I take a loss now? The probability isn't as high, but a lot of the times the same weakers do come back. So if I'm down that much, yeah, I average down. I just do. And a lot of the times it works out. That's not right for everybody, though. The way my account is set up, I am able to do that. And I honestly, I don't even spend that much on these things because they are high risks. Sometimes I go heavier than other times if I really like the setup. But yeah, if it's something that goes down and I'm only down maybe 30%, something like that, and say it's like a Wednesday or Thursday, yeah, I cut that clearly. All right, so F died after it gave us. BB was a weird one. BB, I was looking for a bounce up to the 20. Never really fully got there. It gave us, I think, something like 12% on the alert. So you really had to be, really modest with your goals. I'm going to go ahead and guess that most people took a loss. I did. But from the alert on 4-5, I believe it was this day here, 4-7, gave us like 12 or 15% or something like that. So, MO, the one before that was AZN. So we're on like 3 out of the last 4 alerts have been a little rough. Looking at MO, I don't think it's done. This middle rung on the CCI on the daily is very important. We're going to need that to hold, especially where we only have 3 days now. So I'm looking at this middle rung. RSI and MACD, whatever, that doesn't really factor into my plan for this week. It's this 20. It's this 20 and the middle run on the CCI, which will probably coincide with each other. But we're gonna need some price action up tomorrow. We just are. That was a rough move down right at the beginning. Never fully recovered. Boy, did it try though. There was a couple times where I was like, all right, here we go, and it just never got up. It just kept on getting beat down. Some severe resistance here. You can see the volume profile does kind of jab out there. There's been a lot of volume in this area. Volume, let's see here. It's a rough one. I think it all hinges on tomorrow. It all hinges on tomorrow. Looking at the Camarilla, everything's a little bit spread out to the down because of that massive move down on the first candle. We're looking for a break up of 51.29 or a break down of 51.05. A violent move through 51.05, and if it starts hanging around here for the first hour or two, barring any news or big market pump or something like that, that just really doesn't bode well for us at all. So we got 51.05 on the S3, and we'll call 51 on the 20. So yeah, ultimately it all comes back to this 20 for me. Even if it closes over it tomorrow, I would want it to close over 51.50. Still, time decay is going to start. It's already killing us. It's going to put the finishing touches on tomorrow if we can't get a violent move up. It's just the reality of it. Bad call. We'll see if it works out, though. All right. The first one I called today was IHRT. I believe it's iHeartRadio, I'll say. Why did I call this one? This one hit the master. Not this exact... Yes, it was this contract, actually. Yeah, it's up big today. It's a big old massive move. I just liked the momentum. I liked the contract. Which one did I call? Yeah, this one. I liked the high volume. I loved the 31,000 to 413 call put ratio. That's just monstrous, and that makes me happy when I see something like that. IV is not too high, it's also not too low. Expected move is 95.5 cents, which gives us plenty of time, plenty of room to get up over that 20. Fib doesn't matter in this situation because we're at an all-time high today. It is a little bit out of my comfort zone to call something that's at an all-time high, but it just looks so damn strong when I saw it, and I have a lot of faith in my scanner. All I saw was strength. I like how the RSI acts when it gets to the 70 line. As you can see here, when it broke the 70 line here, it gave us a nice move up. That was about a 16 to 8. That was like a $2.50 move. And then even when it gets red here, it gives us some nice moves. Now you could say that here's your big move here already, David Fitz, but we haven't even crossed it yet. So you can see the volume on the last 2 days has been pretty damn high. Got 5.5 million today. The sell-off before yesterday, very low volume set-off, so that didn't concern me at all. And just a big old bullish engulfing. This is very strong. It's a very strong move off the 20. I really, really liked it, and I like it for continuation. This after hours movement, that candle right here was only 475 volume. This one here was 913. This is a low volume after hours moves. Doesn't concern me very much at all. So iHeartRadio, I'm looking for continuation tomorrow. I like it. I like the way it looks. The second one I called was Faye, and Faye, I believe that Late Tree and Johnny have been talking about this one a lot, and we actually talked about it last week, I believe, and I don't know if I was wrong. It looks like I was wrong. Where was it? Was it 4-6? Is that the last time I was live? Yeah. Alright, yeah, okay. I probably was worried about the rejection off the 50, which happened, but it stayed strong. It never really fell. It's just been ranging in here. I'm going to draw this line to where it looks good for what I'm doing here. Like that. I mean, pretty much you got a flag here. You got a flag. It's breaking up over that trend line no matter where you draw it. It just looks really good. It's a sexy chart. This is one of, whenever Johnny posts something like this, that trend line there, his trend line might be a little different, but it looks good. It looks really good. I called the 21, which we don't even need that much movement to get there. Great volume today, great OI, really sticks out on the chain. 42 to 5, like it was all there. The Delta's beautiful. So it's more than what the premium is. So we're getting more than 100% on a dollar move if we can get a dollar move. Theta's probably it's okay. It's not great, but not too bad. 57% IV. That's right in the sweet spot. A little under a dollar move. So expected. So if we're looking at there, we're looking at maybe like a 2170. Expected move is not a perfect science, but maybe looking at something like that range. I think we could even dip there, which, I mean, I guess could happen. I don't really see it happening. I like it to maybe test 2040, 2030 range for liftoff. We don't have a ton of time to play with. 11? Dodge is at 11? Doge? Oh my god. 12! Wow. Oh man. I'm pretty glad that I held on to my Doge position. I don't have a ton, but I got enough to We're pretty happy right now. Dang. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, Faye tomorrow. What we're looking at here is our R3. We'll call that 21, and our S3. We're gonna call that 2044, 2045. It's a pretty wide range to worry about. But if we get that break at 21, we got the 21 call. I like it. It looks good. Gave us the top rung break on the CCI. Gotta love that. MACD looks like it's turning green. That's great. I love an RSI that's crossing up over the 50. It's just a really pretty setup. I like it. What was the other one? Rocket. So this one I was a little iffy on. I made a note of it that I was iffy on it in the alert. Everything looks good. It's just a little early. It's just a little early, so I'm taking a chance on it. It did hit the master. It did hit the master. Take that for whatever it's worth. The master does not lose often. I did not love that it was under the 20, but I really like the bullish action up to the 20. I really like the CCI action with this bounce up to the middle rung. Again, this is early. It's not over the 20. It's not over the middle rung. CCI MACD hasn't curled up, and you can see the RSI is at 40. Whoops, no, you can't actually, because my stupid face is in the way. There we go. Look at that. And RSI is at 49. So what do I look for when I'm doing things? I'm looking for a 50. I'm looking for a cross up on the MACD. I'm looking for a middle rung, and I'm looking for it being over the moving averages. And it's not there. So we're early on this one. And being early on a same weeker, it's extra risky. I wanted it over 23. I think it's at 13 now, Johnny. 12 and a half. Damn. D-Crops is going to murder himself. Holy crap. What's, so ETH went red. Bitcoin's up over 64. Crazy. No, you're fine, Johnny. I mean, that's a big deal. Doge going up like that, that's a huge deal. If Doge goes to $1, and I've been wrong this whole time, so many people every day come up to me because they know I trade and stuff. And like, Doge is going to $1. Doge is not. I'm like, no, it's not. I still don't think it is, but it's just madness, man. It's madness. All right, so back to Rocket. This is early, and if it rejects, I'm still going to be angry. Whatever. But at least I'll know, and I hope that the warning was heeded when I made the alert, and that nobody goes a little crazy for it. I would be so pissed if it goes. Yeah, me too. I'll be really, really mad if Doge goes to $1. I'll be pretty angry. All right, so Rocket, beware tomorrow. We'll look at the Camarilla levels here. Our R3, we're looking at 23.27. So we're going to want to break up of that. And in S3, we're not going to want to break down of 22.70. All right, 22.70, 22.60 is the 50. So that's very key as well. But where we expire on Friday, we're going to want a nice solid break at 23.27. Get its ass in gear. The contract, beautiful delta, decent theta. Volume was out of control at 29,000. That's amazing. 102,000 calls to 20,000 puts, 65 IV with a $1.17 expected move, which is well, our strike is well within at the 23. This is kind of lovely. I am pretty damn confident in the alerts today. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Nothing you can do. It's a beautiful engulfing. Yeah, it is a beautiful bullish engulfing on rocket. The way I set up my chart, I'm early on everything I look for. So it's just a little worrying, but it looked good enough to where I was like, I gotta take a chance. I gotta take a chance on this thing. All right, let's move on to PLTR, which about goddamn time this thing does something like this. I have been long since, and stupidly, right? I bought in this area in the 37 range. I held off, didn't buy any until this like 23 range, thought I was doing great, and then I bought more as it made its move up here to the VPOC. I bought before the break. I'm glad I did. I liked the hold of support in this range, the 2280 range, and I believe, I can't remember my exact buy, but it was in like the 2330, my last buy. And if it breaks up over this 50 here, I'm probably going to buy a little bit more. So that's been a long play. I am not fully green, but I was down quite a bit, and now I'm doing pretty good. I should probably call out my long plays a little bit more. They don't always go like that, but I do have an account where I just buy shares. I find that I make the majority of my money in crypto, but the long portfolio I like playing long. So PLTR, this beautiful move through the VPOC today. It's got the 50 SMA hurdle. We're looking to cross this upper rung. Our MACD's turning green. RSI's back over 50. It's beautiful. This is a great setup. This day, you really couldn't ask for a better day than PLTR had today. It is something to behold, and I hope it's for real. Because as you can see, I was here through all this chop, and you can see that there were some days where you're like, all right, finally, here we go. And it's been a frustrating stock to play. So anybody who bought some today, I did not see a high risker that I was willing to call on it. But I was nobody freaking out about Doge. So it's a great setup. I know that Salah has been in PLTR probably longer than I have, and he should be pretty happy today. I don't know if he'll get his 30, but that was very strong action today and very, very promising. Okay, so Tesla, another one, just really pretty. I have a ridiculous average in Tesla. It's like 130 or something like that. Yeah, I'm not too worried about my Tesla, but there was quite the dip here. It's very volatile, follows Bitcoin, follows cryptocurrency very closely now, but what a beautiful move up off the 50 SMA today. It closed just below it, but just never looked back. That is one of the strongest candles you will ever see right there. That is just gorgeous. I'm going to zoom right in on that baby. Very, very pretty. Very, very nice action today. So for Tesla tomorrow, looking at 777 up and 750 down, we'll say. I like Tesla for continuation. What a waste it would be if it did not continue. Just a gorgeous chart. I guess draw a line for like worst case scenarios. Yeah, I mean it's broken. See, that's the point where like a line is overkill, because really all you need to look at is the 50. And we are at this point $50 over the 50 now. So drawback to there could happen. But I think that more realistically a 750 or 725 would happen before we got all the way down to the 715, 710 range. Let's look at an hourly. Strong as hell. We are crossing down the top rung, but remember the middle rung is the key. A middle rung, I've always just like a look, a test of support, you know. So if we're going up here, it's only a 20-day, so I can't see support back there. But I would say a pull to the middle rung would probably be like a pull back to like 750 on the hourly. So the moral of the story is Tesla looks really strong, and as long as Bitcoin's strong, I think that Tesla will stay strong. So we'll look at Bitcoin. Ridiculous. You could make a case that that's a topper, but with the action surrounding it, I don't think it is. This is just Bitcoin futures, so it's not a perfect chart to go by, but it's hard to get more bullish than that. It just is. Alright, take a look at ETH. What's ETH doing? I don't like this ETH chart. There's not a lot of volume. If you want crypto charts, follow Craig. Not to backtrack you, but check out the fib on PLTR. I posted on my video channel. $26.95. Do you draw that on a yearly? Must have. Yeah, so the 50% line and the 50 SMA are pretty much married. So, hey, D-Crops, what's up, man? So yeah, just more confirmation that there probably is some resistance there. It's just a matter of how strong it's going to be. It's another reason why I didn't make it a high risker same week, as I did see that 50 there. I think, but overall, if you're looking for a longer play PLTR, I think it's about time. It's back up over the VPOC, which makes me very happy. Break that 27, and I think it's off to the races. All right, let's take a look at NEO. NEO was not ready for me. I do like the action up off the bottom rung of CCI. Nice little thing here. You can make the case for a pretty busted up flag. If this got up over 40, I would try to play it up to the 50. I'd probably give it, I don't know if I'd do a same weeker. I guess it would all depend on what that daily candle looked like and if it was a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Look at NEO in the after hours though. Whew. That is not low volume nonsense right there. Wow, that's real nice. You got like a 38.50 to 39 move there. That's good stuff. Definitely NEO on high watch. Break of the 20, 39.50. It's gonna, if this continues, its after hour stuff continues, it's gonna open up over R3, which is at 38.85. I would look for that to turn into support, and then if it broke that, I'd be looking at 38.11, which ultimately I think NEO can go down to the mid 37s and still be good for a longer play. if you're playing really long, I think Craig mentioned it in market review, this 200 SMA is the line to watch. As you can see, it's caught it a couple times. It's a nice little cushion. I am bullish on NEO until they lose that. Alright, I think that covers everything I wanted to do there. There was another call, not a call, but a mention I had. I believe it was on Thursday or Friday. I went long on a stock called KMPH. And this one broke my heart. I was honestly a few seconds away from saying this might have been my favorite setup I've ever seen. It was on this day here. I'll close it in right there. It was on this day here. It was a beautiful move up off the VPOC, beautiful move up off the 200, beautiful move up off the 50, and it closed up over the 20. The CCI was crossing the middle rung. The MACD was crossing. The RSI was at 54. It was perfect. It was a perfect setup. It got some sort of news that the market didn't like. To be honest with you, I couldn't really tell if it was good news or bad news. Like, you know, it was just weird. It was just, no matter what the news was, the market didn't like it, and it failed miserably. So no matter how perfect you think the setup is, and Johnny's laughing at me, I guess, or he's laughing because Doge won't stop. Doge chilled out. It's under 12 now. This is such a goddamn good setup. It really bugs me that it didn't work out. And if anybody followed me on that, I apologize. I have since bought a little bit more. It was a starter position anyway. I had decided to change my plan up. If it loses 8, I will probably bail for good. Doge. Okay, so I believe that was everything I wanted to go over for currently this week. Tilray did pull for me. I like that bullish engulfing right there. Nice catch of support in the same area that I caught it in January. The 200 still being a little bit further away makes me think there is more downside there, but at the same time, I do like the action today. I tend not to trust, I don't trust the weed stocks as much as I'd like to. I always want to trust them more. Nice close up over the 78.6 there. And it's funny, it's so spread out with that high of 67 and a low of 441 that your moves up to moving averages and your moves up to fib lines are so big, and it just takes time. Oh, Johnny, you bought shares too? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't mentioned that one since the day that I got them, because I was legit heartbroken by it. The setup was just so good. Tilray should fill the gap. Okay, yeah, right up to there, like 20. Yeah, I think that's good. I was pretty close to calling that one today. It's just my I don't know, my distrust of weed stocks. I have a big distrust for them. Jesus, Doge is already down at 10.5. What'd you guys do to it? Did you kill Doge already? All right, let's take a look at what our scanner did. Taking a break. Doge is taking a break. All right. All right, so our scanner last week, if we look at it from the day it pulled, let me get my time level drawing here, pulled on the 6th, so we got to close that day of 131.04, and we close today at 132.97. So 132.97 minus 131.04 divided by 131.04. We got a 1.5% move. Okay. It's not too bad. Our contract, on the other hand, that pulled for it, not so great. So we got a 1.5% move on the stock, but we got 5% move down on the option. Once I'm done with A, I'll go back to Tesla decrops. So, I'm wondering if theta is our issue there. It does not close. Does not expire until August 20th. I'm not going to go through every single one like this. I'm just trying to get a good idea of what our scanner's doing here. August 20th. It's at 135. Okay, so actually, it's just what's sold. It's just not a lot of volume on the contracts, but we actually went up about $1 on our premium there. All right. Cool. And we're still expecting another $17 move on A. Hey, first one we checked out on the scan, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's not bad. It's a decent long play right there. Went like 640 to 710. There we go. There's our ask right there. Not bad. Pretty happy with that. All right, so Tesla. Tesla. Well, I'm sorry, D-Crops, but I think we're going to lose probably $50 on Tesla tomorrow. Okay, next. APPH. We weren't as lucky. On that one. Lost the VPOC, went down. I'm just kidding on Tesla, by the way, Dustin. I had said that I really liked it for continuation. Tesla's weird now. It's all banks. It's it's banked on Bitcoin now, and if Bitcoin's strong, I think Tesla will be strong. I do think that with this action up off the 50 today, a little pullback wouldn't surprise me to like the 750 range or something like that. But maybe between 740, 750, I guess that wouldn't surprise me. It's so damn volatile now that nothing would really surprise me. But if I'm reading this like a regular chart, a pullback to 740, 750 wouldn't surprise me. But a move back up over 800 would makes more sense to me. Reading this chart right now, it just looks really strong. I love the action up over that. The last couple times that we passed up through the 50 were just wicks, and this now, what we got today was just like an incredibly bullish move. I've seen setups get destroyed. I've had a few in the past couple weeks that just got absolutely destroyed. I was talking a little bit earlier about how confidence has a little bit of a dent in it. That can happen. But there's really nothing you can do when the setups don't work. This is a great setup. I'd be surprised if it didn't work. I really don't mean to be double talking at all. My opinion is that Tesla will continue. I can just never guarantee that type of stuff. I would put money on Tesla going to 800 tomorrow or the next day. By the end of the week, I think we'll see Tesla at 800. All right, so why did A work and APPH didn't? That was a pretty decent setup that got ruined as well. No news. Alright, so it's over its moving averages, under its moving averages. Geo, under its moving averages, got absolutely slayed. Matt, over its moving averages. It's down, but not so bad. Actually gave us a pop the next day. Still holding the 50, so our option contract probably isn't dead. TSN over 4.6, beautiful move, over our moving averages. UPS, beautiful move, holy hell. And over our moving averages. So we're going to want it over the 20 and the 50. We're going to, you're welcome, Dustin. The two that didn't work, APPH, Geo, APPH and Geo, did not work on our scan. Okay. Those are the only two stocks that didn't close over their 20 on that day. That's a very simple thing that we can look at here. Let's see what pulls. So we've got that. I believe we can add a stock option. Whoops, that's not what I wanted at all. Study. Crossover. Moving average crossover. Actually, you know what? I don't want that. I want... Good Lord, I haven't made one in so long. You know what? Sorry, a little brain fart here. I haven't made a after you're done with your scanner, give me your thoughts on DBC. Okay. That's our scanner, Johnny. Come on. Gosh. Price performance. Price direction. No, that's not what I want. Son of a bitch. Can't remember what the hell it was. Huh. Did it freaking change it on me? There was something that you could Moving average scan. Jesus, moly crowley. All right. So I wanted at least 0.1%. There we go. It's all good, man. All right. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that the close was over the 20 on the daily. Okay. So that's all I added in. It knocked it down a little bit. So now we're going to make a new watch list. Live 413 scan. All right. Save. We're going to put all these sons of bees on there. All right. We're going to get this done. So just to recap what I just did there was we ran a scan last week. What the heck is QRTA? Most of them worked. 2 didn't. I read to see what the 2 that didn't work, what was different from them from the other ones. The 2 that didn't work didn't close over their 20 SMA on the daily, so I added in on the scanner that we wanted anything that hit it to close over the 20 on the daily. We got some nice and green contracts here. The premiums are pricey, but these all are for, let's see here, they're for pretty far out. I mean, May, I think, is the closest we got. That's fine. Looking good. Let's take a look at APP here. APP actually looks pretty good. Get a break in 98.30. Be looking pretty pretty. Not too bad. We're looking at an all-time high on CRTO. D real quick. Boom. We're looking to close in on that VPOC there. That actually doesn't look too shabby. Looking for a break of 78.80 there. HLT. Lovely. Could range in here for a little bit, but you get a break of that all-time high, and it's sayonara. MDT, and I'm looking at these real closely. Damn, that's pretty bullish right there. Medtronic. What up? Got some old lines on there. Christ, I was looking at this thing down in the 90s. PGR. Whew. Nice bullish action off the VPOC. Beautiful CCI. Damn. Put progressive on your watch list. QRT. Hey, we're over the 20, but we're not over the 50. Let's remember that for next week. We might want to be over that 50. Interesting. All right, we'll keep an eye on that for next week. All right, Johnny wants me to look at DBC. DBC. All right. 17. Ho. Ooh, yow. Whoa. First glance, man, that looks good. I like it. Jesus, dude. Okay. Wow. The setup looks fantastic. Everything I look for initially. Over the 50. MACD curling. Looking to cross that top. Beautiful bounce off the freaking VPOC here. Even dipped close to it and challenged it. And then the price action was like, nah, that 20 SMA, that VPOC ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. It's going. I will say the ranges on the days are really, really small, so it's going to be a slow mover. But damn, that was a weird day today, huh? Popped up, got your gap up, but just kind of floated around in there. Looks good though. Tomorrow the range is really small. because it didn't really move all that much today. You're looking for a break of 17. Jesus, the range is so nuts. Let's look at the contracts here. Wow, 17,000 to 45 on the call put ratio. Man, that 17 call for this week is got a lot of volume. I mean, half of the volume pretty much of all the options today were on that call, or on the 16 and 17 calls. Spread's whack on anything else going forward. The 80-90 is not so bad. That's good OI. But if I was going to play a 17, I would just do it for this week. That's pretty good. Big volume on the weekly. It looks really good, man. MACD is what it is. Not a full cross down. It's proven that it doesn't mind hanging above the RSI even on the weekly. Curling back up. CCI looks all right. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more sense. Yeah. That's crazy. That's 16, 17, man. That's where everybody's hanging out. Not buying anywhere else. All right. I like that, Johnny. That should be on everybody's watch list, even if it's just for shares. It's super pretty. All right. How many people we got on? It says 4. I know I kind of teased in the channel that I was going to release something today. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. Has anybody else got anything? 4 was up to 6, I believe. 4 was up to 6, I believe. 4 was up to 6, I believe. Did I miss something? 4 was up to 6. Oh, the viewers. Yeah. Good Lord. Does anybody get anything else? People? Yeah. Really hoping for some bullish action tomorrow. Market's flat right now. It's getting pretty top heavy. I mean, it wants to get. I mean, the 20 will follow it up. I'm not really worried about the pullback all the way to the 20 at this level. But you can see, I mean, I know that I kind of talk trash about the MACD sometimes, but you can see it starting to curl. CCI top run's getting challenged. RSI is overextended, not by much, but as you can see, it doesn't really hang out that much for the year. I mean, there was here, but then you can see what happened once it got into like the 80s, so we could do that, but we're already at 73. Like, a pullback is coming. It's just a matter of, you know, it's just a matter of when it's going to happen and how deep it's going to go. It's just, I know Craig's been calling for caution, and I see it too. I'm sure Johnny sees it. You know, ride the wave while it's there, but you just always got to have in your back of mind that the bullishness, this is extremely bullish. Like, it's gonna have to chill out at some point. It has to. It's healthy. I look forward to it. You know, just don't be overexposed. Just don't be overexposed. Don't go all in on anything. Even if you get KMPH with the best setup of all time, and then it just gets ruined, just like AZN a couple weeks ago, and Ford, BB, and I hate cold streaks, man. They piss me off. I'm not gonna throw MO in there. It wasn't a perfect setup. I was kind of cheating, looking for a rise up to a certain line, and it still could happen, but obviously didn't get the action we wanted today. So yeah, I don't know. Tell your friends, tell the other members who don't join this that if we can get enough people next week, April 20th, if we can get enough people, maybe get a little Bitcoin thrown my way or something. I want to start small and show you guys one of the parents of the Master. It was kind of all born out of this. It was one of the first stock scanners I made, and it's okay. It's not as exclusive or selective as a Master or whatever like that. And if not, I completely understand or whatever. I mean, I understand people don't like making money, stuff like that. Don't want to get a little insight on how one of the best scanners I've ever come across, was actually made. I mean, who would want to see that? All right. Johnny, I don't expect it from you, buddy. I have another server where I do like card breaks and stuff, and Johnny is a very valued customer over there. Johnny has more than bought his way into my good graces. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I hope everybody has a really, really good rest of their night. I hope everybody has a good day tomorrow. I will be around. I know I haven't been around in chat a lot lately, but fog man, dude. Anything helps. Don't break yourself. You know what I mean? I hope that even when I'm not present in chat, you guys know that I'm there. You can tag me. I know Late Tree tags me every now and then when he wants to see the ES levels, and I try to get back as soon as possible. I'm there. I'm just not always able to be as engaged as I'd like to be. So anyway, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Fogman. Thank you, D-Crops. Thank you to the other person or two that was on there that was silent. It's okay. If you're watching this at a later time, leave a comment in here. I'll get it. We'll get you set up in the server. Above all else, I hope everybody has a good rest of whatever time you're watching this, day, night, morning, whatever. Trade safe, all right? Off the charts trading, Bootcamp Media. Everybody have a great night. See you later.